This is a wild story. So apparently, there is this organization called One Taste, and they turned out to be an orgasm or sex cult that has been accused of grooming employees to have sex with clients. So this is from the New York Post. Founders of One Taste orgasm cult guilty of grooming employees to have sex with clients. Wow. All right. So they're finished. What is this? No, I'm not gonna play that. I don't trust it. All right. The glamorous leaders of the alleged orgasm cult One Taste were found guilty Monday of grooming their wellness company's members to have sex with clients and investors. One Taste founder Nicole Dadon, 57, and her former head of sales Rachel Sherwitz, 44, stood trial for 4 weeks in Brooklyn federal court as prosecutors argued the pair waged a decade-long campaign of coercion and sexual abuse. So these are the ladies. I don't know which ones are I imagine maybe these two or these two. One of these ladies is guilty of doing it. Now, I wonder if hold on a second. So glamorous leaders company's name. So Gabrielle Bass. Yeah, I wonder which ones actually did it. The glamorous leaders alleged of the orgasm cult One Taste were found guilty Monday of grooming their wellness company members to have sex with clients and investors. 9 former One Taste employees testify about the company's cult-like atmosphere, where Dadon and Sherwitz manipulated them into performing a slew of sexual acts. These 9 victims provided labor and services for what spanned more than a decade, from menial service to sex acts, said Assistant U.S. Attorney Nina Gupta in closing statements last week. Dadon and Sherwood. Okay, so this is the two. Sherwood's faced up to 20 years behind bars after jurors convicted them on a conspiracy to commit forced labor charge following uh, 12 12 and a half hours of deliberation over 2 days. The verdict steals a fall from grace of the company's founder who promoted so-called orgasmic meditation involving group pleasuring sessions and has been endorsed by Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop websites. I imagine it's probably not going particularly well for Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina candle sales with this type of indictment. Okay, so here they are. Here are the founders: Nicole Dadon and her former head of sales, Rachel Sherwitz. So these are the two that were, I guess, grooming people. But the glitzy libertine facade came crashing down after a series of exposés, including a Netflix documentary, which I will definitely be watching, revealing accusations that workers were encouraged to flirt and even have sex with potential clients. The feds eventually accused Dadon and Sherwitz of running their business like a cult, recruiting people who suffered past trauma by claiming they could fix their sexual suffering. Sherwitz enlisted one employee, a rape victim, to reenact the incident before a crowd for a taboo course perform. Oh my god. Oh, holy crap, man. That's sick. That is sick. That is sick and twisted. The purported goal, Gupta said, was to move on from revulsion to. Oh man, that's sick. One taste also indoctrinated employees using terms like muggles from Harry Potter series and fourth dimension, one taste being the fourth dimension to establish an us versus them attitude, prosecutors argued. Dedon herself even called the company a sex cult. Oh man, yeah. Nothing quite as indicting as referring to your own company as a sex cult. We're Orgasm Inc. I mean, a sex cult. I mean, Orgasm Inc. I'm sorry. During its early days, according to prosecutors. All right. So the California native founded One Taste in San Francisco, of course, in 2004 as a wellness company promoting female empowerment. And by female empowerment, that means grooming and sexually exploiting these girls, which controversially offered orgasmic meditation for women. Well, it grew to have locations in New York, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, and Denver. Prosecutors said the cheeky startup hid a dark side. Behind the scenes, Nicole Dadon and Rachel Sherwitz directed young women to perform sexual service on VIPs and potential clients. The depraved duo recruited vulnerable victims of past traumas to join their ranks, forcing them into sex work. Yeah, so yeah, they forced them into prostitution. So these are sex traffickers, essentially. The pair's lawyers argued that the prosecutors persuaded One Taste members into discovering their victimhood in hindsight, when at the time they were eager participants. The government tried to shock you about sex, orgasm, and forced conduct, but not a single witness came to report a crime. Not one filed a police report, argued Celia Cohen, a defense attorney for Sherwitz, during closing arguments. No one called the FBI. No one called to say that they were forced into sex or labor. Well, I mean, they used the lover boy method like Andrew Tate did. But jurors evidently saw otherwise. The jury's verdict has unmasked Dadon and Sherwitz for who they truly are: grifters who preyed upon vulnerable victims, said Brooklyn U.S. Attorney Joseph Nocella. By making empty promises of sexual empowerment and wellness only to manipulate them into performing labor and services for the defendant's benefit. Attorneys of Dedon and Sherwitz vowed to fight the verdict, saying they were deeply disappointed in the decision. We maintain our client's innocence and look forward to continuing the fight on appeal. Just the nature of what they're fighting for is just a losing battle, though. Like, none of this looks good. Like, let's even say, like, they were willing participants. It still looks horrible, which I don't think that they really understood they were manipulated. But, yeah, it's not looking good for these ladies, in charge of the sex cult. Said Cohen, self-admitted sex cult, by the way. And, Michael Rabati of Ballard L. Spar LLP in a joint statement with Jennifer Bonjean of Bonjean Law. The case raised numerous novel and complex legal issues that will require review by the Second Circuit. We find inspiration in our clients, Nicole and Rachel, who have shown incredible strength throughout this entire process. Yes, that's one word for it: strength. Yes, it took a lot of courage manipulating those girls into uh, acting on their behest.